Hi guys, good morning. I hope that you had a beautiful weekend and that you are rested and ready for Monday. It's snowing outside, so I hope you get to go outside and have some fun in the snow. And today we're going to be reading a few books with me, and then my good friend Christina will be reading a book that I think a lot of you might know. It is a favorite, Brown Bear, Brown Bear. But she's going to be doing it a little bit differently. She's going to be doing it with American Sign Language so that maybe you can learn a little bit of ASL, is what they call it. So that will also be part of our reading today. So I hope that you enjoy and have fun. Tashi is here with me getting ready for the story time. She's comfy and ready. And I hope you get comfy and get ready too. So our first story that we're going to be reading today is The Old Ladies Who Liked Cats by Carol Greene, pictures by Loretta Krupinski. And this book was given to me by my granny and Pipa in April of 1991, so a long time ago. Once there was an island with a town in the center. And beyond the town grew fields of sweet clover. And beyond the fields stretched a dark green forest, all the way to the sea. On the sea sailed the Navy, round and round the island, keeping it safe. There they are. Now the sailors in the Navy were strong and healthy because they drank plenty of good fresh milk that came from the cows in the field. And the cows gave the good fresh milk because they ate plenty of sweet red clover. And the clover grew thick because long-tongued bees carried pollen from the blossom to blossom, and the bees carried pollen because there were no field mice to eat their honeycombs. And there were no field mice because cats from town chased them into the forest. And the cats chased the mice because the old ladies who liked cats let them out each night and said, "Chase those mice and keep our island safe." They were wise old ladies, you see, and knew how things worked together. But late one night, the mayor of the town went for a walk and tripped over a cat and fell flat on his face into a puddle. "I shall make a new law," he cried. "From now on, cats must stay inside at night. That will keep our island safe." The old ladies who liked cats sighed and shook their heads, but they kept their cats inside at night, as they were told. There's one of the old ladies and the cats inside. And the cats couldn't chase the field mice, and the field mice ate all the honeycomb, and the long-tongued bees stopped carrying pollen. And the clover grew thin and sour, and the cows gave poor milk. and the sailors became weak and sickly. And one night, invaders came. They sailed right past the navy, swarmed through the forest, trampled over the fields, stomped into the town, and shouted, "This is our island now." Oh no! In the days that followed, they ate everything in sight, littered the streets, frightened the children, and took up all the room. "What shall we do?" cried the townsfolk. "What shall we do?" cried the mayor. "This is what you must do," said the old ladies who liked cats. They were wise old ladies, you'll remember, and knew how things worked together. "You must change your law and let our cats out at night. Then the island will be safe again." The mayor scratched his head. "Imagine that," he said. "All right, the law is changed." So out came the cats that chased the field mice, and away ran the mice and left the honeycombs. There's the cats chasing the mice, and the mice running away. And back came the long-tongued bees that carried the pollen, and up grew the clover thick and sweet, and the cows ate plenty and gave good fresh milk, and the sailors drank plenty and became strong and healthy. And one day they threw the invaders off the island. "Well done," said the mayor, and pinned medals on them all. But the sailors took them off and gave them to the real heroes, the old ladies. The old ladies who liked cats. The end. So that's a good story because for many reasons it shows that everything is connected and everything has a particular job in its community. So if that job isn't done, the whole community can fall apart. And there's mutual relationships between everything. So this is one of an old folk tale, and it was changed a little bit here, but this is just a great way to show that everything is connected. The next story that we're going to read is this book called Could Be Worse by James Stevenson. Could always be worse. At Grandpa's house, things were always the same. Grandpa always had the same thing for breakfast, and every day he read the paper. There's Grandpa's house. And every day for breakfast, he appears to have sweet orange marmalade on his toast. My grandfather loves his toast as well. And he always said the same thing. Could be worse. "Grandpa, that awful dog ate this sofa cushion. Could be worse. No matter what." "I got a splinter in my finger, Grandpa. Could be worse. My bike has a flat tire, and my sneakers have a hole, and I lost my kite in a tree, Grandpa. Could be worse." One day, Marianne said, "How come Grandpa never says anything interesting?" I guess it's because nothing interesting happens to him, said Louie. Guess what? The next morning, at breakfast, Grandpa said something different. He said, guess what? Last night, when I was asleep, a large bird pulled me out of my bed and took me for a long ride. And dropped me in the mountains. There he is in his pajamas, dropped right in the snow. I heard a noise. It was an abominable snowman with a huge snowball, which he threw at me. I got stuck inside the snowball, which rolled down the mountain, and it finally landed on the desert and began to melt. I walked across the desert. Suddenly, I heard footsteps coming nearer and nearer and nearer. A moment later, I got squished by a giant something or another. And before I could get up, I heard a strange noise. A great blob of marmalade was coming towards me. It chased me across the desert until I crashed into something tall. It was sort of like an ostrich and very cross. It gave me a big kick. I went up into some storm clouds, almost got hit by lightning, fell out of the clouds, and landed in the ocean. I sunk down about a mile to the bottom. Then I saw a giant, enormous goldfish coming at me. I swam away as fast as I could and hid under a cup that had air in it. When it was safe, I crawled out. I started to walk, but my foot got stuck in the grip of a giant lobster. I didn't know what to do, but just then, a big squid came along and squirted black ink all over the lobster. I escaped and hitched a ride on a sea turtle that was going to the top for a bit of sunshine. I was fortunate to find a piece of toast floating by and rode to shore, where I discovered a newspaper I quickly folded into an airplane. And flew across the sea and back home to bed. Now, what do you think of that? There's the kids just staring at him. Could be worse, they said. The end. Tashi loved those stories. They put her right to sleep. So now we have an exciting reading of Brown Bear in American Sign Language from our friend Christina all the way in Tennessee, narrated by me, Ms.Chelsea, so that you know what she's signing, the words that she's signing. So I hope you enjoy and learn a little something new. Hi. My name is Christina. My daughter is hard of hearing, and my family is learning ASL. Now let's read the book, Brown Bear, Brown Bear. Brown Bear what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. Children, what do you see? Thank you. Wow, thanks, Christina. That was so fun learning some ASL and reading one of the best books out there, Brown Bear. So I hope you guys enjoyed today reading some of the stories with us. Tashi and I had a great time sharing with you. We'll be back tomorrow with some more awesome children's books, and we'll also be reading some chapters from Fantastic Mr. Fox. So have a great day, rest of your day, stay safe, have fun with your family, and enjoy. And we will see you tomorrow. Love you guys.